Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Thank you so much, Radha and Dati, for the beautiful kirtan. Thank you very much. Um, Nitya Mataji, would you like to begin our before Nitya, before I call Nitya Mataji, I want to thank everyone for joining today. It's 7 days since Maharaj departed. Uh, I would, it goes a long way and it means a lot for all of us. And hearing every devotee is so purifying for all of us. Thank you so much for joining today. Punachan Prabhu, you're there. You want to say something before we begin?
Yeah, actually, last few days, all of you are pouring your heart as well as supporting us. So we really thank from bottom of our heart from all the disciples of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami. Also, before we start, just wanted to update if you are not aware. So Maharaj's Vapu, Maharaj's spiritual body, from Orlando, it started today. So from Orlando via Charlotte, it reached to New York, I believe. So today it will stay in New York in one funeral home. Yeah, there is no access to anyone. And then hopefully tomorrow it will on board on a flight to India. Right, so everybody is eagerly waiting for this in India also. And then from Delhi, it will go to Calcutta through charter flight. And then from Calcutta, by a special vehicle, it will go to Mayapur. So today, I was talking with Madhupati Prabhu earlier, and then Madhupati Prabhu nicely advised, as he always did. He said, today anyway, Maharaj Vapu is in this area, meaning New York, New Jersey. So at the end, maybe we all should chant together one round. Okay. So if Madhupati Prabhu is there, Madhupati Prabhu, if you want to add anything or guide us.
No, that's good. Thank you very much. Yeah, I would like to just consider this as Maharaj is here. I'm still not in terms with Maharaj's body or Maharaj's Bapu is here. Maharaj is here. We just chant.
Yes,
Yeah, no, for our purification. And it's very nicely. Different devotees are pouring their heart, and we are remembering Maharaj. In the morning also, during our Bhagavatam class, we are in our Bhagavatam class this week, we are playing recordings of memories of Maharaj from different senior devotees. So that's quite absorbing and quite enriching. So thank you very much. Yeah, we'll chant at the end. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Nitya Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for all the support and for giving me this opportunity to glorify my Gurudev, even though I'm not qualified. Raj Prabhu encouraged me so much, saying Gurudev wants to speak to me. Gurudev wants me to speak and glorify, so I am daring to speak. Please forgive me for any offenses. So I want to start with this. When I think about glorifying Gurudev, the first thing that came into my mind is this verse, that is Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Deenataranam. I will this verse everybody knows. We I love this verse. But I never really believed truly in this verse. Like, how can a dumb man become greatest orator all of a sudden, or how can a lame man cross mountains just with Guru's mercy? So I used to recite the same verse with last ending another line about Krishna, Radha Madhavayor Bhavet, that. But because I didn't believe this, it until I experienced it just last month. So I want to share that my personal experience. So first, to begin with, everyone was sharing how they were got connected in the first meeting itself, or how they experienced the love. Uh, but somehow, my misfortune, the first meeting somewhere, I think in 2013, and many meetings after that, I somehow didn't experience it, to my surprise. Yeah, I felt good. Uh, and one good day, um, with encouragement from devotees, I made biryani for Gurudev, and I felt good. I started feeling good, and after that, Gurudev um, um, came to New Jersey again in 2014, and my son was just 3 days old then, and everyone were like, no, he's too small, you can't take him. uh, but we somehow dared and took him to Sukhmari Mataji's home, and Gurudev blessed him, and we asked for a name, and Gurudev was like, no, you give me options, um, I will tell then. And we gave option as per his astrology, like first letter P. So we thought uh, Piyush or Preetham. But as per hospital requirements, we already gave the name Preetham, but we thought we can change it. We got chance that Gurudev is here. We can change it again if Gurudev gives. And then somehow Gurudev also selected the name Preetham Krishna only. And after that, when Gurudev, my son turned 1, Gurudev was here again. Somehow, for all the major occasions, Gurudev was here at that time. And uh, at that time also, Gurudev nicely holded him in his lap, and we took so many pictures, and many Matajis were saying, Gurudev nicely agreed for pictures with you, you're so fortunate. And like, we took so many pictures, we made big poster of that picture for my son's first birthday. We were so happy. um, and then next year my husband got initiated. uh, I was I was confused at that time. I was not able to decide. I mean, I gave name for some other Maharaj, and then um, I came to know that husband and wife should aspire for one Gurudev. At that time, I didn't know much about Gurudev, and I was not able to take correct decision. And then, but I was supporting my husband. I was telling him, you don't wait for me, you just go ahead. When you have got that conviction, you go ahead, don't wait for me. And I'm happy that my husband took that decision. And then after that, Gurudev again came for when my son was 3, and Gurudev did that Vidyaram ceremony. uh, for many kids along with my child. Nicely, we didn't expect Gurudev so lovingly to treat him in his lap and holded his hand and made him write Sanskrit. Uh, 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 so many letters. I felt so blessed at that time. Um, and then I started aspiring slowly from that time. And after that, um still somehow that strong desire was not there. Strong attachment. I don't know, somehow my misfortune. But when our visa problem happened in 2017, we had to leave country all of a sudden. We went to India. There, there I started developing that attachment in separation. Till then I didn't know that Gurudev meant so much for me. I didn't know that I was attached. But when we went there, we both started missing Gurudev so much, missing ICNJ, missing Seva, and more than anything, missing Gurudev, because there we we didn't get we didn't know how to approach Gurudev there in Hyderabad. Like, here we get so many chances to directly serve, to meet, to hear from Gurudev. All that we didn't know it meant so much for us until we that separation started. And from that time, maybe going to India was a good thing in one sense. Krishna arranged like that, maybe for my realization. Since then, this strong desire started developing, and but I didn't know how to approach Gurudev, how to uh, how to surrender, how whom to approach. I didn't know. I After coming back, even after, like, after the visa thing got cleared and my husband came back, I became so attached to Gurudev. I was telling my Prabhuji that no, now I want to go to Gurudev only. I am not interested in going anywhere else. Wherever Gurudev is, I want to go. I want to serve. You take me there. When you will take me there, I will come to US. Otherwise, I won't come. And I was being stubborn at that time. I just kept praying to Krishna, and then suddenly, meanwhile, my god sisters, my they were sharing so much about Gurudev, how about the D-Land project, how Gurudev wants devotees to come there and serve there to develop D-Land project. And from that time, I thought, okay, now we have to go to D-Land. We will go serve there. And I was telling that I was requesting my husband the same thing, and there was no hope actually. There is no chance of going. Still, I was desiring. And suddenly, my husband called me and said that his job is going to get shifted to Florida, near to D-Land. And I I felt so happy. And in the same week, I booked my ticket to US. That week, okay, I'm now coming. And it's been just, I think, 1 2 months that my husband came. And then within that time, uh, this news came, and I came back running. Literally, my parents tell me, we saw you in the airport, you were literally holding the bags and running, like, I want to go. This is my chance now. And uh, after coming back, in I think within 2 3 weeks, Gurudev came to New Jersey. And I thought, this is the time I'll go tell everything. I want to surrender, Gurudev. Uh, but I was having a lot of fear to talk to Gurudev. I didn't know how to approach. I was asking my friends, okay, you be with me and I will talk to Gurudev. I'm scared to talk alone. And my Prabhu is like, why you? It's okay. You can go and talk. And somehow I didn't talk. And then finally, I approached Guruji, Punchan Prabhuji. Guruji, I want to talk. And last minute, it was last minute literally, but Guruji said, okay, okay, I will ask. And okay, you go and ask. And then last minute, before Maharaj was entering car, I think, at the door, I asked, I just broke into tears, and I was like, Guruji, Guru, Gurudev, I want to talk. I have to tell something. And then Gurudev just asked, why didn't you come to me before? Like this, Gurudev asked. And I was like, yeah, how foolish I was. I should have, I should have approached. I should have gone. Why the fear dominated my desire to, uh, surrender, desire to serve. Fear dominated that time. Then, then again, I thought, oh, I lost my chance again. And meanwhile, my husband's plan to Florida dropped suddenly. That came like a shock. I was devastated again, and again I wanted to. Since then, I was trying to talk to Gurudev, and somehow it was not happening. And finally, when I started, um, my son started going to school. Then I thought, okay, now I got time to serve. Till then, everyone used to say, if husband serves, that's enough. You have to support husband, that's enough. Family will get mercy. You will get mercy. I strongly feel that's not enough. Even as women, we also need to serve to experience the direct attachment to Guru, to Krishna, is what I felt. Then, as soon as my son started going to school, uh, luckily my husband supported me a lot. And also Madhupati Prabhu, um, guidance and permission to serve. I started, and then that fear slowly started going. I was able to express. I was able to start expressing myself, and then I wrote a letter. I, uh, I wrote a letter, and I told Punchan Prabhuji, I wasted a lot of time till now. Um, I don't know, I have this urgency to send this letter, of basically of surrendering. I want to send. And Punchan Prabhu said that better, Gurudev is coming in July, better to talk directly, because it will be more like Gurudev will ask questions and you need to answer. So, and then in my heart, I didn't want to wait, but I didn't want to go against my Siksha Guru. And I waited, and I continued whatever seva, little menial service I was doing, I was continuing. And this COVID started. At that time, Krishna reciprocated. How then I realized that having desire is not enough. When we perform service, then Krishna's reciprocation will be more direct, is what I felt. And one day, when Mataji was sharing that how she got a dream, that dream revealed that who her guru is. And that day I asked Sham Sundar, how come I never got such direct confirmation like that in dream or anywhere. How come Radha Sham Sundar? I just asked, and the next day I got Gurudev in dream. And I was so surprised. And not just Gurudev coming in dream, but Gurudev also guided me whom to approach, how should I do seva, and who will be helping me in this, which person, the person I didn't know till then. Like that, everything Gurudev guided me in the dream. I was surprised. I thought, okay, maybe my mind is playing games with me. But somewhere I was feeling happy that yes, confirmation came from Radha Sham Sundar also. And the desire keep on increasing. And then finally, Uddhav Gita classes. Gurudev was giving Uddhav Gita classes, and that was like a jackpot for me, really. Because from 3 years, whatever questions I had, whatever desire I had, that was that that was the time I got a chance. It was not like only Uddhav Gita classes every day. It was also like we can send our questions to Gurudev's some assistant, and Gurudev will clear the answer then and there in the class, end of the class. So I started asking questions. Gurudev was patiently answering. And then we had this quiz also. Gurudev, for every class, there was a quiz. And I thought, this is my chance to, um, uh, you know, get closer to Gurudev. Because I saw that whoever was winning the quiz, Gurudev was appreciating and he was thanking and he was very happy. Whoever was winning the quiz. Then I thought, okay, somehow I should win the quiz. I tried. I never prepared like that for exam in my life, for any exam in my life. I used to sit, I used to, literally finish everything before the class starts. Um, and then I used to sit. It was my time with my Gurudev, that's it. And I used to listen again the lecture, write down points, that's it. And then I cracked it. I won 2 times at the quiz. And then Gurudev was like, Nitya, it was when Gurudev said, who won? Nitya won from New Jersey. I felt so happy when Gurudev face was so happy, seeing that. And then Gurudev remembered me. And so many questions he answered. And during that time, one miracle happened. Daily, I was hearing Uddhav Gita. I was from Gurudev, and that time, uh, one day, suddenly Gurudev came in my dream. There was one doubt that I couldn't ask Gurudev publicly. It was a very personal doubt, and what happened was, I was thinking how to ask. I cannot ask. Okay, I'll ask some Matajis, uh, and some Matajis were giving different answers. Different Matajis were giving different. I got even more confused, and then I thought, okay, how? And suddenly one day, Gurudev came in my dream and gave the answer, because directly I can never ask Gurudev that question. And then uh, it was a surprise, and it was like a very serious issue in my life. uh, I didn't even know that was an urgent issue. And immediately I approached my astrologer, our devotee astrologer Shivindan Prabhuji, about that. And Shivindan Prabhuji said, who guided you this? Because he immediately saw my chart and he said, this is a very urgent issue in your life and you have to immediately act on this. Who guided you on this? He was surprised how come I knew about it without knowing any astrology. And that confirmed like how Gurudev can guide. We don't know astrology, we don't know anything. What is that urgent situation in our life that we need to address? And Gurudev guided in that dream. Then uh, my faith, my surrender, it increased manyfold. And one day I asked Gurudev, I want to, I want to know what is full surrender. Then because I was feeling that I was surrendering, but little bit. And I thought, when I'm getting so much reciprocation, why should I surrender little? Let me know what is full surrender. When I asked Gurudev said that in Uddhav Gita class, Gurudev said, uh, having no other desire except following the instructions coming from the lotus mouth of Gurudev, one's spiritual master. Having no other desire. And that time I understood, okay, this is full surrender and this is the goal of my life. Yes. And I felt very happy after knowing that, and I understood, yes, this is what I want now. And last month, Gurudev came. Everyone was saying, "No, Gurudev, no, don't come, don't come." My god sister was saying, "No, it is very risky in this age." And but I was the only stupid person to pray that Gurudev should come. Gurudev should come. I want Gurudev. I'm missing from 3 years. I didn't understand the seriousness. I thought, what will happen to Gurudev? He is Gurudev representing Krishna. How can Corona or anything affect him? Nothing will happen. Why are you worried? I used to tell my god sister. No, let Gurudev come. No, Gurudev wants to come, and this is our opportunity to serve. I didn't know he was coming to New Jersey then. I just wanted Gurudev to come. Gurudev wants to come. Let him come. That's it. Uh, and then when I came to know Gurudev coming to New Jersey, that's it. I was so happy, and somehow I felt this is my chance. This is my chance. I have whatever seva comes, I have to. And immediately I called Punchan Prabhu, whatever, any seva, anything, me or my husband. Then I realized my husband can do more personal seva. So I told my, you go, forget about us for 3 days. You just go. And my husband also was very happy. He even Punchan Prabhu said in the airport, from picking up Gurudev in airport to dropping in Gurudev to airport, my Prabhuji was there. I felt so happy, so fortunate, so indebted to Premprada Mataji, Punchan Prabhu for eternity, for this chance. And whenever I was able to get someone to pick me up, I don't have license, so anyone, whenever my Prabhu had chance to pick me up, I used to make something, cook something for Gurudev, keep it ready. Okay, someone comes, I can go serve. And finally, I had chance to open my heart to Gurudev. The best moment of my life. And Gurudev has kindly given me the instructions. I asked for instructions. I asked, uh, I explained what all I'm trying, how I'm trying to serve Gurudev. I explained everything, and Gurudev nicely gave blessings, and his last instruction for me was continue this seva. Continue this
આપણું
seva.
સેનિટાઈઝર છે ને, તો એક સેનિટાઈઝર તારે અહીંયા જ રાખવાનું તારી પાસે.
And I hope to take that seriously, and I hope to continue. And how this Mukham Karoti Vachalam, how I experienced this is, um, I was trying to set up a school as a non-profit for seva, for teaching kids. Like my astrologer said that I should do teaching to be successful in seva. So I didn't know how, but I started planning from a very long time. I approached a lot of people, lot of for help, for to lead, because I thought I will arrange, I will coordinate, but I won't teach because I am not a Bhakti Shastri certified. I'm still learning. So I tried, and somehow nothing was working out, and I thought of giving it up. Okay, lot of planning happened, but I thought I'll give it up. But when I went to Gurudev on June 6th, and when I told Gurudev about this project, Gurudev was very happy, and he gave blessing. And within 2 days, Gurudev's god sister helped me. Some senior devotees helped me. They marketed. I didn't ask them. They themselves marketed it. And what I thought of a local New Jersey summer camp. I thought of starting it with a summer camp, local New Jersey. Some kids, 10 kids, at least I thought. And it became now an international summer camp with kids from 5 continents. Just after taking blessings from Gurudev, within a week, everything manifested, everything materialized. How, I cannot even imagine. It spread so well that some celebrity joined their kids. And when I asked them also to, uh, uh, tell their friends, they published it in their website online, and within one day 100 students registered, 100 from different countries, different continents. And I was like, oh my god, isn't this Mukam Karoti Vachalam? I can't speak. I mean, I start and I started teaching also, because I found teachers for all subjects except Vedic class. I asked everyone, no one was available for Vedic class. So finally, Gurudev's god sister, I asked Mataji, somehow I'm not able to find. And that Mataji said, why don't you teach it? And I was like, Mataji, I'm not certified. But she said, no, you can teach for little kids, smaller batch, that's okay. I will guide you. You teach it. She literally instructed me. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have dared. And she guided me. She sent me material personally. And I didn't expect that much mercy, that much. I didn't. I started teaching, and then whatever, you know, was missing in my life, I started experiencing that joy in teaching kids. When parents, they are folding their hands and thanking me, thank you so much for starting this. And I'm like, it's not me, it's my Gurudev, his mercy. When I open my mouth, I don't know what to speak really. Gurudev is guiding. It is all his mercy. I don't know. I don't know. And a lot of personal experiences I cannot share completely in this call, but lot of mercy Gurudev gave me, even though I'm not at all eligible, not at all qualified. I just hope that I serve without spoiling his name, without offenses. I hope I can serve devotees, serve. I hope to preach. The best part is we have students from Pakistan. They have called that they cannot pay fees, so we started a free batch for few poor students also. And students from Pakistan, when they join, I hear namaz when they are in the call. They hear namaz, and the child is doing Vedic mantras.
Nitya Mataji, one question I have, and then maybe we can wrap up. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes.
So, apart from teaching, did Guru Maharaj give any other instructions to you?
Yes. Um,
So if you can share, and then maybe we can wrap up, because
yeah,
there are other devotees also.
sure, Prabhuji, sure. Um, One more thing about, I was asking about some health issue, and Gurudev told me that I have to be strong and not worry about that and continue my seva. And about initiation also, I was asking Gurudev in the letter, and Gurudev also about the preaching project also I was asking Gurudev, and Gurudev said um, he suggested whom to approach, and he was very happy, and he said that will also be taken care, and not to worry about that also. And yeah,
Yes.
lot of guidance, lot of mercy. So I want to thank everyone. Everyone played a part in this. uh, so thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Nitya Mataji, for taking through your journey, how you connected to Guru Maharaj, as well as sharing with us that Pritam had a lot of mercy by Guru Maharaj, and we also saw that he's each milestone in his life, I believe Guru Maharaj was there, so which was good. He's very fortunate. Also, I wanted to, you may know, but for everyone, I wanted to share that this last trip, Madhva Krishna Prabhu got a lot of mercy because Guru Maharaj was very happy with him, and Guru Maharaj gave a lot of mercy to him. He actually, washed and ironed Guru Maharaj's clothes for multiple days, and I believe he may be the last person who might have washed and pressed Guru Maharaj's clothes. So thank you very much, Nitya Mataji, for sharing. And we'll go to Golokapati Govind Prabhu. If you can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
Please go ahead.
Namaste Padaya Krishna Krishna Patra Srimati Bhakti Charu Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Pasha Tadeshi Dhari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Shri Asati Gaur Bhakti Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak about His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Actually, I don't have a qualification to say because Maharaj is so great. The person like me can't give all the glorify. I can only try whatever my limited capabilities are there. That only I will able to do it. I can try. I will try to do it. When Maharaj came to US, and we are lucky that Maharaj came here and he visited our temple and had darshan of Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai, Radha Shyam Sundar and Gaurnita. After 2-3 days, when we came to know that Maharaj went to Florida. That time, when we came to know that Maharaj had this COVID-19, we were very shocked. We are shocked. The whole family was really very sad and very shocked. We don't know what to do. How it is possible. Great Vaishnava like His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj can get this COVID-19. And every day we were praying. We are whole family. We were praying, chanting, and doing Narsimha Arati, whatever the possible way from our side, we tried our best to do it. And at the same time, whole world was preaching for Maharaj. But unfortunately, the Maharaj has to leave his body on July 4th, which was a very auspicious day, which is the disappearance of Sanatana Goswami, and it was Vyasa Purnima also. When this happened, it was so many things were going in our mind. Why Maharaj came here? Actually, last for 10-15 days we had certain realization that I'm sharing with you. I would like to share. After this happened, it was going in our mind. Why Maharaj came here? Why Maharaj should have stayed in India back? Why no one stopped? All this no one told Maharaj to stay back in India, because Maharaj is is very precious for our ISKCON community. Why this happened? All this is going on our mind. Then suddenly we realized, okay, this might be the Krishna's plan, and Maharaj me also know, because I read gone through some of the lecture where it is said that the senior the devotees or the Maharaj, they know when they are going to leave body. Means they by their realization they will know. And that time I realized that Maharaj know that is going to leave his body. That is the reason Maharaj came here, and he personally came and he gave darshan to everyone. And even in the hospital, even in the hospital, when Maharaj was there, even common if all the devotees, they want at the time of leaving the body, they want all the devotees should be there with them, and they want to see chanting, kirtan, everything they want to see before leaving the body. But here, when Bhakti Charu Maharaj was there in the hospital, 1 or 2 devotees was only allowed, if I'm not wrong. But I had myself and my wife had a deep understand that when Maharaj was there in the hospital, Krishna himself came to assist Maharaj. That means the Krishna means it means Krishna himself came did everything for Maharaj. Even the last ride, I feel that everything Krishna himself he did. Even at the time when Krishna going back to the Golok Vrindavan, he took Maharaj with him. For I can we can refer this some we can refer the in the Gajendra Susti, where Gajendra was fighting alone. His family member, other elephant were tried to help Gajendra, but they could not help. Then ultimately Gajendra was only alone, has to fight with the crocodile to get out, but he could not do that. Finally, what he done, he prayed to Krishna, then he glorified Krishna. Then Krishna has to run from Goloka Vrindavan to help Gajendra. Even in Prahlad Maharaj also, yes, Prahlad Maharaj was alone, facing all the difficulties. Krishna came for each and every time whenever Prahlad Maharaj was facing the problem. Krishna came and protected him. Here also, I can link the both. Here also, the Maharaj was there in the hospital alone. It was going in our mind, Maharaj will be alone, who will be there, someone should be there to help. But the news what we are getting from other, that if person who is having a COVID, no one should be allowed, only nurse and doctor will be taken. Then we realize, though, definitely I can assure you that Krishna personally came and they help, they did everything for Maharaj. Even when Maharaj, I saw the last right when it was done in Orlando, I saw the Maharaj body. It was like a golden color. No one can say that Maharaj was sick, because whenever even if we get any fever or headache, our body, we can feel that some changes in our body. But for Maharaj was uh, how Maharaj went to hospital, same as it is he came out. Nothing has happened. This shows how, means Krishna was, I can say the 100% Krishna was there to assist him. He was so close to Krishna. There is nothing is from his face. I can read that, means Maharaj was. Sometimes I feel Maharaj is laughing. Means even at means he was no pain, nothing, like a cool, like a very cool. No, means he's relaxing. When he was lying on the bed, he was looking like a very relaxing. No problem at all. I was really, by seeing that, all this started coming in mind. Means I can means we were talking, means this is something which really happened. Means we heard in Shrimad Bhagavatam, Gajendra Stuti and Prahlad Maharaj, that we are hearing, but here we are seeing personally. Personally, we heard it is happened in our life. Now this has happened really into last week. Means that means we can see how Maharaj is so close to Krishna. Even I heard a couple of lecture also, Maharaj lecture also, where Maharaj was giving one point. Maharaj said, one of the devotee was asking the questions, and Maharaj, I could not recollect what was the question, but Maharaj was at the end, he was telling, never ever leave ISKCON. Means that point really it struck me. Means I heard the the devotee who asked the question, I don't know what question, but he was telling that never ever leave ISKCON. That it was stuck my mind when Srila Prabhupada also at the time of leaving his body, he was telling cooperate. Cooperate means I can really relate. That means how much His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj was following the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada, and the carrying and the carrying of the devotees. He's like a father, how to treat the kids. How, given on one of the lecture, I heard that before coming to US, he was telling the devotee how to be away from this COVID. Means wear mask, away from the crowded place, wash your hand, like a child, like a father is guiding the child, like that he was telling. Means really it is when after hearing all this, yeah, we felt crying also. We felt crying. Means we cannot believe that this happened. But now we feel that Maharaj is become very close to everyone. Everyone, each and every individual of our ISKCON member, your family members, each and every form is very close to everyone. That I can say, Prabhuji. For me also, we last couple of days we felt like that. Means now Maharaj is very close to us. No one can say that Maharaj is not there. But this all Krishna's plan. Means even if there is anything that any mission that Krishna has to be, Krishna need to get it done. He send his devotees or his devotees. Once it is finished, he take his devotee back, and another mission is given to them. That means definitely Maharaj will be might have given some of the assignment from Lord Krishna. And actually, I can say it means we are only the we should make sure that we follow his footstep. That is very important for us, Prabhuji. And this, thank you, Prabhuji. Actually, this means I want to say more, but since I want to give other two opportunity also, other devotees also.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I was a little bit fast. Sorry, Prabhuji, but
No, it was good, Prabhu, and it really means a lot. I know you as a person, you are very shy, but still you came forward to glorify Maharaj. So thank you so much. Also, very important realizations you shared, and thank you so much. In fact, I would also spend few minutes on that. Because many had those questions, and in fact, I also had few realizations, and why Maharaj, how a virus can take away Maharaj, right? That question comes. But in fact, I was thinking that for Krishna, it is not difficult. Right? Krishna could have, if he wants to take Maharaj for any reason, for him it is not difficult to take. Why he chose, to bring that COVID-19 in between. So while leaving also, Maharaj leaving was glorious. By leaving also, he actually instructed us that material world is dangerous, because there are misconception. Many of us, many of devotees, oh, we will not get virus, or
yes,
taking it not that seriously.
yes.
I think we all should take it seriously, and that is one of the reason Maharaj has showed that, or Krishna used Maharaj, right? Similar to Parishit Maharaj, for multiple reasons, Krishna used, and similarly. And today I read a similar realization by His Holiness Badrinarayan Maharaj. He also mentioned the same thing, that why COVID-19, why not something else? Because it was easier for Krishna to arrange that way. Because he wants us devotees also to take it seriously, that any material problems, issues can also take us away. So we have to be serious. Right? Take care of ourselves. Also, you rightly said that it could have happened anywhere. For Krishna, why it is difficult to this Maharaj leaving the planet can happen in Mayapur, could have happened in Vrindavan or Ujjain. Why here? Right?
To give a darshan.
That this place is also important as far as preaching is concerned. Maharaj came in West, so that we all should focus also, yes, here also Krishna consciousness should be increased. We should try to do more distribution and preaching, and that is one of the reasons I feel that that happened. So his departure was very glorious. There are many other reasons, but I think for now, I will stop, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So, Sevanishta Prabhu, you are the next. If you are there, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and everybody for giving all of us an opportunity to glorify Maharaj and share our realizations and also our experiences that we all were fortunate enough to have with him. We, again, obviously this news came to everybody all of a sudden. We were actually, Garma and I, we were just discussing when this the coronavirus thing started. If you remember, then we started the Zoom meetings at the ICNJ. Then Maharaj was one of the first ones to actually be the guest speaker while he was in Ujjain, and how he was saying how he has been protecting the temple community is not even letting one car come in, and even the tire tracks could carry COVID, all that stuff. So again, at that point, it was just getting started, but India was in lockdown, including in April, including the US at that point. But again, somehow, everybody takes it. Some people take it seriously, some people take it lightly. At that time, we didn't know what to expect, but I clearly remember Maharaj is saying that how he was so protective of devotees, not none whatsoever, nobody was allowed to come in or out of the temple, and so how he was taking care of all the devotees. That's one thing that stuck in our head at that point. And then suddenly, all we hear at the end of May, June that Maharaj is coming here. Like, okay, he's traveling, and then obviously everybody's touched on this issue also that Maharaj, and we all saw the lecture again. Why just before leaving Ujjain, where he said why he's actually leaving, he was giving Srila Prabhupada's reference how a warrior, a commander should not be behind the line; he should be with the soldiers. So that was one of the reasons. So again, after so many years of going through ups and downs and uh, taking care of so many projects throughout his life since meeting Srila Prabhupada, you know, being one of the top leaders for almost all of his life, realizing how, it gets to everybody's ego. So, but again, every time you meet with him, every time you speak to him, anybody can vouch for this. Everybody says, he's always encouraging. He's always so humble, so soft spoken, always has a smile on his face, uh, always encouraging. He whatever small service you do, he always used to, like, I had few interactions which I'll get to. So he always used to just encourage. He always used to just smile as if he's, taking care of a small infant, uh, as a grandfather for all of us. Yeah, and so that's we remembered. And also now after so many years, he still wants to be out there with everybody, not just stay back that okay, everybody else now have so many disciples, they'll take care of the services, all that. No, he wants to be right there. One recent example of a major undertaking that he did is the cow sanctuary that he has now in Florida. And so that, speaking of which, and I really really want to thank and consider myself fortunate to be able to serve Maharaj directly at that farm. And this was due to Gita Kirti Mataji's introduction. So she, while she was there for, I think it was Nursing Chaturdashi, she was there in back in 2018, and or maybe even before that. I think it was before that. And then so she was talking about how what I'm doing here, and then how maybe we could do something, because all the devotees that he had Maharaj has brought from India at that point were all new and brahmacharis and did not know anything about construction or how to build a room, how to do the electric, how to do all different things to make that center, make that cow sanctuary into a retreat center going forward as soon as possible. He also was planning to do uh, food truck service to the college campus nearby. So he had different plans. So even after so many years, he's still looking to expand. How he can expand, even if it's a small effort, but baby steps, baby steps. Even you start thinking big after so many years. Okay, I've done these things. Now I gotta go big. But again, they know that ISKCON as a movement has grown because Srila Prabhupada took that those small steps without caring about what others are going to think, without caring about how much time it's going to take to develop that thing by sitting, under that tree in the park in Washington Square Park in sorry, Tompkins Park in New York City, just with the kartal. So that's the kind of thing. So they still had learned all the stuff from Srila Prabhupada and always had that with them. So due to constant Vani or being attached to him all the time. So he was doing, so what they had done while I was there in 2018, he called, got on the conference with Gita Gita Mataji and I, and then with no hesitation. He said, just come over. I was shocked. I first thought, when Mataji called me before she put him on conference, Mataji, I thought Mataji was here in New Jersey and saying, Maharaj wants your help. I literally said to her, "You're kidding me, right?" So that's exactly my words were. And then I didn't know Maharaj was on the speaker listening before, and then that's what I said. And then when Maharaj spoke, I was actually shocked, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Maharaj. I didn't think I'm that worthy and I could help that way." So, but he very wholeheartedly with open arms invited me, and then Garima, Abhiram, and I, we went there. We spent 4 days. I helped with the devotees how to what tools they need, how to do this, how to do that, what are the codes. I talked to the township there, what the regulations they need to follow for doing a food truck, in terms of buildings, what all they need. And then they had bought an RV, uh, uh, an old bus-like RV, which was in shambles. So that I took upon in those 4 days. I took that as a project to dismantle that, take care of everything, cut an opening in it, put a window, a shelf, just like make like a food truck. So, and then we got it up and running. And then I saw pictures recently how beautifully it's been decorated from outside. It's Divine Foods, I believe. So they now brand it as Divine Food. They cook at the farm, and then they take it to the college for lunch delivery, I think. So I was very fortunate. When I saw those pictures, I see, so at least some little service that I did, and some personal interaction that I had with such a great personality. I consider myself fortunate to have been a part of some effort that he's been trying to do. And so that came about. And just before that, actually, uh, it was after that. So when Maharaj was about to, I think it was in July. Purnachand Prabhu, you could correct me about the date, June or July or something like that, when I was working on Purnachand Prabhu's house, converting the garage into a bedroom. That point we were just working on it as a project that had just bedroom and a bathroom. And then afterwards, Purnachand Prabhu said that it may actually be used by Maharaj, and he is actually coming very soon here. So I got really excited. Okay, so this is another opportunity for me to actually serve and be. I made something that Maharaj could actually use, sleep in, use that space. So again, some small seva that I really feel fortunate to have been part of that. And yeah, Purnachand Prabhu, if you wanted to add, I don't know if I'm missing some stuff or forgetting some stuff. And yeah, please. And then yes, go ahead, Soji.
No, it is good. What you said is right. Maharaj came during that time when you were finishing.
Right.
And then afterwards, after finishing, then a few times Maharaj came, and
Yeah.
whatever you did it, you got full advantage by serving him.
Yeah, I hope they were, I hope there were no complaints or some suggestions from Maharaj, that, or if they were, I would most willingly want to help. So I'm sure, you'll be serving many other devotees going forward. Anyway, so we want to, make sure they're well settled there. And also for Bhakti Charu Maharaj, when he came this time, unfortunately, I couldn't see him when he came to CMJ, but we were actually following this, and every single day as the updates were coming in twice a day, evening and morning. We were like, it was going up and down, up and down. But again, as all senior devotees say and know, that it's Krishna's plan. No matter, we man proposes, God disposes, as they say. It was definitely Krishna's plan. It's obviously for the better, and just like Golokpati Prabhu just mentioned, it's amazing how that one uh, interaction with devotees can actually, we can remember that thing forever. At the same time, also one devotee has now connected the whole ISKCON all over again, and everybody's, thinking about how we can attach ourselves back to Shilpopad, to the services, to all others, as a congregation. Everybody's thinking about him. Everybody's talking about him. Everybody's watching his videos. We were watching memories of Srila Prabhupada with Bhakti Charu Maharaj. He was mentioning so much. So from the beginning itself, we can see that how uh, evolved and advanced he was. Not like Srila Prabhupada obviously knew that the devotees that are going to come to him, those few devotees in the beginning who are going to lead the movement for him, they obviously had to be something special. So we are nowhere and we can never be anywhere close to what Maharaj and all the devotees, all the disciples of Srila Prabhupada have been. Uh, what they've done for the movement, what they've done for Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, we just hope that we can be just get do at least as much as a speck of sand at the serve Srila Prabhupada and them at the lotus feet. Just at least as much. And keep that consciousness. That everybody has to work together. We have to cooperate with each other. Always remember Krishna.
Thank you very much, Sevanishta Prabhu. Thank you for reminding us that we were able to go to D-Land and help in the project there. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So, for everyone, actually, we are running a little late. I believe about 16 minutes late, but hopefully that should be fine. Today, anyway, is a Friday, and we really thank you all for joining. So we will continue. So next is Mamtamai Mataji. Mamtamai Mataji, if you can unmute yourself. Okay, let me send you, Mataji, and let's try. Okay, are you able to unmute? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So before we start, yeah, I wanted to tell. So Mamtamai Mataji is our most senior god sister, and for many years she was here. She served all the devotees as well as deities here with her beautiful and very authentic sweets, Bengali sweets, and other preparations. And we always remember her because of her service attitude. So she's now in India, and we are thankful, Mataji, that you are able to join and share. Please go ahead.
Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Niti Namini Snikta Cheta Shupranetu Bhagvinanchara Shapatam Prabhupada Gatu Prana Naumi Bhakti Charu Padam Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vijayani Vishesha Shinavani Paschata Dishutani. Hare Krishna, everybody. First, I'd like to pay humble obeisances to my Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. Then I'd like to pay obeisances to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I'd like to thank Purnachandra Prabhu to give me an opportunity to say something about my Guru Maharaj. And I also like to thank Shukumari Mataji, who called me and asked me to say something on Guru Maharaj. I started my spiritual journey from Tuaku temple. And after that, Madhupati Prabhu started CNJ, and we were so happy because Tuaku was very far to travel. We could not able to go there in regular basis. So when Madhupati Prabhu started CNJ, we just jumped in to do seva. So I'd like to thank Madhupati Prabhu and all CNG devotees who were there for me in my good times and bad times. Thank you all. Yes, it is very sad to think that our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami, is not with us. I felt that I lost my real father and now I have become an orphan. It is so hard to accept this. I still remember whenever Guru Maharaj comes to New Jersey, he used to stay in Purnachandra Prabhu's house, and we used to bring some prasadam for Guru Maharaj. And sometimes we even cook over at their house. It was so much fun. We used to go for retreat. Guru Maharaj let us know where the retreat will be, and we used to go there. It was really fun at that time. I haven't seen Lord Krishna, who is Sachidananda, but I have seen my Guru Maharaj. I saw him in Sachidananda Mayuru because he was knowledgeable, he was eternal and blissful. He was always happy. I have not seen Krishna, who is called Sarvakarshak, which means he attracts everybody. But I have seen Sarvakarshak Rup in my Guru Maharaj because wherever he went, he attracted everybody. Wherever he went, he made everybody happy with his wonderful singing, with his wonderful lectures, with his wonderful behavior. Whoever he talked to, they feel he is my own person. He was down to earth. He never discriminated anybody. There are the qualities that he had, and that is the reason he made the whole world cry for his departure. Everybody felt that they lost their own person. By the order of Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj translated so many books in Bengali. He also cooked for his Guru Maharaj at the time of Srila Prabhupada's departure. He was always with him, even when they were burying him. Guru Maharaj was crying but did not want to come back from there. Tamal Krishna Maharaj pulled him out. That showed his love for his Guru. He still had that love. He always loved to talk about Srila Prabhupada. Another thing, at that time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birth, Mahaprabhu made people to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And at the time of leaving Guru Maharaj, he made the whole world chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I have not seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nor I have seen Krishna, but I have seen my Guru Maharaj, who is my Krishna, who is my Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At the lockdown period, Guru Maharaj from Ujjain, in the morning, he had japa session and Bengali classes. And in the evening, he gave Uddhav Gita classes in English. So you see, he kept us busy all day long. We didn't even realize the lockdown. But then he decided to fly to USA. We were all stunned. We were very worried because of COVID-19, which were badly going on in Florida. But Guru Maharaj did not care. He took the first flight to USA, but before he flew, he went to Nashi. And from there, he went to Bombay, and from Bombay, he took the flight. Every time Guru Maharaj gave classes, he always mentioned surrender to Krishna. In his case, I have seen how he surrendered to Lord Krishna. People are always asking why Guru Maharaj flew to USA at the time of COVID-19. I also had the same question in my realization. See, when Krishna played his flute, gopis ran, leaving everything behind. They did not even care for anything. In Tamal Krishna Maharaj's case, which I heard, Tamal Krishna Maharaj heard Srila Prabhupada's call and he was going to the airport and he asked his driver to drive faster and faster, and the car skid and hit the tree and everything was finished. Here also I have seen Guru Maharaj's case. He also heard Srila Prabhupada's call and he decided to come to America where the coronavirus was strongly spreading. Before leaving, he bid goodbye to Jain devotees and then to Nashik devotees and to New Jersey devotees. And then they found corona positive in him. But I think he wanted to leave his body quickly. That's why he took corona, because he heard Krishna's flute, Srila Prabhupada's call. First, he refused to take ventilator, but when devotees requested, he said, okay, my body is in the hand of devotees. Actually, he was a pure devotee, a surrendered soul. He said, Marobi Rakhobi Jo Ichha Tuhara. Krishna, it is up to you. Whatever you want to do. If you want to kill me, then kill me. And if you want to save me, then save me. It is up to you. He told us this. Now he himself showed that to us. Actually, Guru Maharaj is a pure devotee. It doesn't matter. His mind is always with Krishna. So wherever he leaves his body, it doesn't matter. Everywhere is Vrindavan to him. That's why he did not care to come to USA, because he heard Prabhupada's and Lord Krishna's call and he wanted to go there soon. Now it's up to us to follow his instructions so that we can make him stay with us happily and make Prabhupada happy and make a better ISKCON. Please forgive me and correct me if I said anything wrong. Hari Bol. Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. So your sharing was equally sweet and authentic, like your Bengali sweets. So thank you so much for sharing that. Hare Krishna. Now next, Devaki.
Thank you very much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Tale Srimati Bhakti Charu Swami Nitina. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Tale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachar. Can you all hear me, Purnachandra Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, but there is a special effect. Some double sound is. So you have some other instrument there which is connected.
No.
Okay.
Maybe one second.
I think there was just a call in the back. That's why.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, I think it is okay, Prabhu. Yeah.
And if it's bad, then I can go on my phone.
No, this is okay, Prabhu. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. No, thank you so much for this opportunity. Little disclaimer that I signed up for one slot, but I can see already that I will go over a little bit, so please forgive me.
Yeah, Prabhu, that is okay. We are not telling anyone to stop. So please, today anyway is Friday, so please go.
And first, I also convey my dandavat to my worshipable dear Mamta Mataji, Her Grace Mamta Mataji. We are wonderful association with Mataji, and today I'm seeing her and speaking on glories of Gurudev. We miss Mataji's Bengali sweets. I miss very much personally. So Mataji, thank you so much for coming online. Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. I will speak on two headers. One is His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. In the words of my Gurudev, he was Guru for whole ISKCON. And second point, again in the words of my Gurudev, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj was gift, a divine gift of Srila Prabhupada to this world. So I will say something about both of these points. It could be a little bit philosophical, so please forgive me, bear with me. So the first point, I was meditating and having some realization that His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj folded his earthly pastimes on this very special, auspicious day of disappearance of Sanatan Goswami and also Guru Purnima. So I find some parallel in my heart, and I know some devotees talked about it, and I was trying to go a little deeper. Parallel between Sanatan Goswami and His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Sanatan Goswami actually wrote Shri Brihad Bhagavatamrita. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj translated Srimad Bhagavatam Chaitanya Charitamrita in Bengali. Sanatan Goswami also wrote Hari Bhakti Vilas, which is it's a staple scripture for Vaishnava behavior and character and etiquette of a Vaishnava. And His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj also wrote and spoke extensively on Vaishnava etiquette. Sanatan Goswami's deity, worshipable deity, is Radha Madan Mohanji, and Bhakti Charu Maharaj established Radha Madan Mohanji in Ujjain. His main project in India, single-handedly done at the request of Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. So there are a lot of parallels between Sanatan Goswami and His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. But one that even more prominent in my heart, and I can feel it's meaningful to the world, is that Sanatan Goswami was, he acted as Guru for the whole Braj. At that time, many Goswamis were there in Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent many of his chief disciples to Vrindavan, including Rupa Goswami. But we see that whole Braj considered Sanatan Goswami as their own Guru, including children of Braj, adult of Braj, and very senior citizens of Braj. And then if we meditate why is what was there that Sanatan Goswami was considered the main Guru of Braj? Because he had a motherly heart, motherly emotional heart, and fatherly demeanor in one body. When he would go and take Govardhan Parikrama every day. And all along Govardhan Parikrama, he would stop at all villagers' houses and talk to children, talk to adults, talk to seniors, talk to parents, and ask them how your children are doing. Your daughter is getting ready to be married now, so please prepare. So that was the motherly love and affection he shared with the Brajvasis. So they considered him as their own family member. So along the same lines, Srila Shripad Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj also had that mood of motherly emotional love with not only with his own disciples. You know, when Gita Kirti Mataji mentioned that Maharaj cooked for her friend in Florida, and Raj Gopal mentions that he was allowed to go with Maharaj to travel within the US. Yadunath Prabhu was mentioning how after shaving head, how Maharaj said this is $1 million shot, and Yadunath Prabhu got $1 million embrace. Now, these are motherly emotional interactions that nobody will forget. We can forget some instructions given in lectures. We can forget. Our minds are fickle and conditioned, so we might forget what's written even in the books. But these motherly emotional connections, the way Sanatana Goswami had with Brajvasis, the same way Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj had with the whole world, not just with his disciple, not with his devotees, but Madhupati Prabhu gave this tremendous example of United Nations person asking, what if somebody try to kill you? So that's the general masses. That's not a follower. That's not a devotee. But Maharaj response, Maharaj love, Maharaj this motherly connection with all these devotees. That what makes him Guru of all ISKCON. Just like Sanatana Goswami was made Guru of all Braj. It's very moving. And Mamta Mataji was mentioning very in her own Bengali soft way that how the whole world is crying. That what cry means when person leaves so much love behind, that love creates a pain and separation. I remember when my personal interaction, close interaction, I had a few, but this one close when Maharaj came to house, Gundicha Devi mentioned in her offering. So when he came in, immediately I approached. Gundicha actually trained me up in that. It's her glory. We were prepared in advance, but I immediately approached Maharaj as soon as he entered the house. I said, Maharaj, our Gurudev, he does not allow foot washing. He has not allowed, at least in my realization, by that time, it was 2002 or 2003, I believe. But I said, Maharaj, I heard uncle is more loving than father. So can you please allow us to do the foot bathing of your lotus feet? And he's looking at me and he smiled. His smile was very attractive, and he said, he shook his head and he said, if that makes you happy, please go ahead. So we did his, washed his lotus feet and drank that water. And then he came for lunch. He had a conference in Raritan Center, and somehow by Krishna's divine arrangement, it was arranged. And then he was looking outside the window in the backyard, and he saw some small garden. And again, in a very personal way, he said, oh, you have a nice garden. Can we go look? I said, yes, Maharaj, please come. So we walked over the deck. And then on the deck, he noticed there are tulsi plants. This is outside on the deck. And he immediately did his dandavat to all those tulsi plants. Generally, we do dandavat to the tulsi during the tulsi puja, or if tulsi is close to the deities. But generally, at least me as a conditioned soul, if I go to somebody's house and I see tulsi plant on the deck or on the porch area, and then he inquired more about the garden, but it left such deep impression on my heart that here is an example of a Vaishnava who's actually an Acharya for our movement, who's Guru of ISKCON. He's doing Dandavat, he's actually teaching me. He's not telling me what I should do, but he's teaching me by showing his own example. So these personal, motherly interactions emotional exchanges between him, Maharaj, and his disciples, his followers, his well-wishers, ISKCON devotees, and other living entities make him Guru for all ISKCON. So that's first point I wanted to share. Second point, that he is gift of Srila Prabhupada to this world. I was meditating that how Ram Rajya, we hear about Ram Rajya. Lord Ram established this wonderful kingdom where everything was perfect. But Lord Ram needed so much help from others. Lakshmana, his brothers, especially Bharat. Bharat was so dear to Lord Ram. It's explained that actually when Lord Ram would go and bathe in the river in the morning, he would actually chant Bharat's name. Bharat was so dear to Lord Ram because Bharat actually played a tremendous role in establishing a Ram Rajya. So I was trying to draw that parallel between Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, that how dear Maharaj was to Srila Prabhupada, that just in 9 months, Bhakti Charu Maharaj met Srila Prabhupada in January of 1977, and within 9-10 months, Srila Prabhupada actually folded his pastime. Within those 9 months, Srila Prabhupada actually gave everything, entrusted so much to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, empowered him, shared with him. Now, we can see that when somebody is getting ready to leave, especially leader, especially His Divine Grace, founder Acharya of International Krishna Consciousness, is ready to leave in those, he's preparing. So there is a lot on his mind, Srila Prabhupada's mind, especially very, very important things on his mind at that time. And Srila Prabhupada used to use the word boiling the milk, that now is the time to boil the milk. Because His Divine Grace was very much concerned that, yes, I have established ISKCON, there are 6,000 devotees, there are 108 temples, there are so many other farm projects, book distribution going on, but how things will sustain. So he wanted to share, he wanted to empower somebody what's in his mind. And Bhakti Charu Maharaj came during those 9 months of when these, there are 3 things, this is again my little concoction, 3 things going on in Srila Prabhupada's mind. One is his position as a founder Acharya. And he used to talk something like that to his very senior godbrother, Kinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. Kinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj would come and to Vrindavan to see Srila Prabhupada, and they would talk in Bengali. Now, Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj was right there standing by Srila Prabhupada, and he would understand exactly what they're talking about. What's the mood? What's the urgency? So these 3 things, one is Srila Prabhupada's position as the founder Acharya. Second, GBC as the ultimate authority. And third, cooperation among devotees. These 3 things were paramount in the heart of His Divine Grace. And in my little journey of the last 25 years, seeing His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, that he imbibed all those 3 in his heart in such a deeper way. He actually did an Abhay Charan series to establish Prabhupada's founder Acharya position. He wrote a book, he wrote documents, he discussed with Ravinder Swarup Prabhu and other Vaishnavas how it can be established, how GBC can be convinced about this particular concept of founder Acharya. position of Srila Prabhupada, it became an integral part of ISKCON disciple course. So it's not only that he imbibed the mood, but he did a lot of work to make it happen. Then GBC, the ultimate authority, again, His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj would talk almost in every class I have heard he would somehow or another bring this concept that GBC is the ultimate authority and Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya. And now when a few years ago back, GBC College came in the picture, Bhakti Charu Maharaj was made trustee of that college to produce future leaders. And my worshipable God brother Gaurang Prabhu was mentioning that how this GBC college is in different countries. They have small branches and they conduct seminars and courses. And every time GBC college management, they approached Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, and Maharaj, okay, there is a course that's being conducted in South Africa. Can you please go? There are only 12 students. And Maharaj never said no to that request because he actually wanted to play a very active role of creating future leaders of ISKCON, thereby keeping his promise to his Gurudev that GBC is the ultimate authority, so that these future leaders do understand in depth what that means. And then the third part, cooperating. We all heard Bhakti Maharaj was actually there when Srila Prabhupada made that statement. Love to me is shown by how devotees cooperate with each other. And His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj established this wonderful course on Vaishnava etiquette. Because without following Vaishnava etiquette, that Sanatana Goswami's line, devotees will not be able to cooperate. Quarrel and hypocrisy is the root of this Kali Yuga. But as long as devotees follow the Vaishnava etiquettes, many conditionings can go away. We can transcend. So from that angle, I was trying to realize in my heart when my Gurudev mentioned that His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj is a gift from Srila Prabhupada to this world. What that gift entails, these three things. And then its onus is on us. Because when somebody comes to give us a gift to our house, we generally want to give a return gift. So what is a return gift we can give? Just like my mother has served me, my father has served me. So we return something, we build some house, we get them a car, we take care of their health, we give something in return. So what can we give return gift? We owe so much debt to His divine grace and so much debt to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj for holding our hand for all these years, starting in 77 till today, through their Vapu, through their Vanis, through the instructions. So our debt in my heart of heart is that we actually, the way Bhakti Charu Maharaj saw those three things, Srila Prabhupada's founder Acharya, GBC is the ultimate authority, and cooperation among devotees. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj is asking us to follow on those footsteps, to please him and to please Srila Prabhupada. So my prayer, my dear worshipable Vaishnava Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was mentioning that generally for conditioned souls or for devotees, when they are leaving their bodies, we all say, let's pray for Devaki Nandan Das so that he can attain the lotus feet of Radha Shyam Sundar. But in this particular case, His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj has already in the embrace of Radha. Madan Mohan, Sanatana Goswami, Srila Prabhupada. So we have no right, we have no qualification to say pray for, but we pray to His Holiness Pastor Swami Maharaj that please um, bless us, please bless me, so that we can follow on your footsteps and make Srila Prabhupada smile, become an asset for ISKCON, not a burden. With this offering, there is more to say, but I would end so that others can take part. Thank you so much. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ramchandra Prabhu, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Devakirandan Prabhu. As always, we love to hear you. So thank you very much. And thank you for bringing strong connection between Sanatan Goswami and Guru Maharaj. And you rightly said, even, we also thought Radha Madan Mohan, right? Maharaj deity is also in Ujjain, Radha Madan Mohan. And then you gave so many other connections. So thank you so much. Also going through Maharaj, detailed characteristics and how he is a guru of an entire ISKCON, as you mentioned. So thank you for sharing that. Also, just wanted to.
Much time.
8:51. Is that the question?
No, I said forgive me for taking
No worries. I thought you were asking the time. I'm sorry. Also, I wanted to share with everyone. Prabhu called us, that day when this happened. Me as well as Prempada separately. He was also very disturbed. He was actually angry on Krishna. And as you all know, Prabhu's mood, he was really angry on Krishna. He was saying, Krishna don't want us to be happy, and he's doing all this. That actually touched us. Prabhu, that thank you so much for keeping us under your shelter. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Next actually is Radha Prempada Mataji. But Mataji, if you allow us, Krishna Karuna Prabhu is also online and he wanted to see if he can speak first.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you so much. Krishna Karuna Prabhu, please go ahead, unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear us?
Yes, Prabhu. We can hear you. We can see you and Janava.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Extremely grateful for the opportunity.
Well, thank you.
So, first,
before you go, thank you very much for both of you. From India, you're joining and you wanted to glorify Maharaj. So we really appreciate that. Janava, how are you?
Good, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So Janava she wrote a small poem glorifying Maharaj. She'll start with that and then I'll continue, okay?
Okay.
After Maharaj departed the world, many people were aggrieved, and it's actually very unfortunate that he left so quickly. So on his memorial, I've written a poem. An epitome of sweetness he indeed is. He would always easily pass Maya's quiz. His qualities would attract everyone, as they have no end. He did everything with sincerity and would never pretend. Millions have become orphans due to his end. Think about his children and well-wishers. How will their hearts
Yeah, we lost the voice. We lost the voice. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Karuna Prabhu, we cannot hear you.
We cannot hear you.
Send him a chat message, Ramchandra Prabhu.
Yes. Okay, I think they got disconnected. Yeah, I'm sending a WhatsApp to him.
Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. Is it okay if we switch off the video? Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, continue, Janova.
Should I start again, Prabhuji?
No, come to second.
Yeah, that will help because we can hear in continuation.
Yeah.
Okay. An epitome of sweetness he indeed is. He would always easily pass Maya's quiz. His qualities would attract everyone as they have no end. He did everything with sincerity and would never pretend. Millions have become orphans due to his end. Think about his children and well-wishers. How will their hearts ever mend? He was, is, and will always remain in our hearts. From us, he never parts. He was so personal and compassionate. To spread Krishna consciousness, he truly was passionate. Like a lion with the power of Krishna's mercy, he stood. The intensity for delivering, he truly understood. He gave us his blood through his profound teachings. He was first class in all of his dealings. He was, is, and will always remain in our hearts. From us, he never parts. He was Srila Prabhupada's trust with compassion that would never rest. Wherever he was, everything would thrive. In the ocean of bhakti, he would deep dive. In front of him, everybody's head would bend. For many, he was a great friend. He was, is, and will always remain in our hearts. From us, he never parts. O Maharaj, armed with knowledge and the love of Srila Prabhupada, you flew as a warrior into the battlefield. Time and again, Krishna consciousness has remained your biggest shield. Our hearts ache that you left this mortal world. Now we are experiencing life in the nether worlds. But we have solace that your spiritual guidance will ever stand. And we will all get a chance to join you in your eternal land. You were, are, and will always remain in our hearts. From us you never part. Maharaj, you are our father, mother, a cook, singer, musician, our very life and soul. Also a preacher, a pure devotee and guru, the one who will take us to our ultimate goal. You embrace death with a smile, completely detached and surrendered. With the happiness of the devotional service you have continuously rendered. Selflessly, you have imparted your knowledge to all who have seeked it. You made a dark room completely sunlit. O ocean of mercy, you will never leave the altar of my heart. With your eternal presence and guidance, Krishna consciousness will never fall apart. O ocean of mercy, you will never leave the altar of my heart. With your eternal presence and guidance, Krishna consciousness will never fall apart. Your unqualified servant, Jana.
Wonderful, Jano. Maharaj like this. He usually like to have poems, and he definitely will like this. So thank you for sharing. How old is Jano? Prabhu, how old is Jano?
She's 12 now, Prabhuji.
Well, Jano, you're very talented. So please continue to glorify like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Babuji. So I'd like to share one incident from my life with Maharaj.
Sure.
So actually one day we went to Sukumari Mataji's house and Bhakti Charu Swami was there. So I asked my mother who is Maharaj, and then my mother explained that he's Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, and she told me one thing that in 2008 there was a retreat in Florida, and we were the only disciples. My parents were the only disciples of Maharaj there. And Maharaj would always carry me during that retreat. Bhakti Charu Maharaj, he would always carry me during the retreat amidst all of the uh, sannyasis. So when my mother told me this, I didn't believe her. So actually, I was around 6 that time. So I shamelessly went towards Maharaj and I asked Maharaj to carry me. And my mother, she was stopping me, but Maharaj, he picked me up and he told my mother not to stop me because I was very small. And Maharaj loved children. So this is one thing which really touched my heart. That he's so loving and compassionate, even though he's such a great person. He gave mercy to such an unqualified person like me. So I'm very grateful to Maharaj. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dhanavadi.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I remember that retreat. Yes, your mom was right, or she is right, and you would have seen many photos. Maharaj used to carry you often there. So you're very fortunate.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Also, we used to remember one additional thing, Munachandabu. I've seen that whenever Maharaj has come to either to our center or in Brooklyn, I've seen photos that Janua will go and offer flower.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you for reminding that. Yeah, when little Janwa used to go and offer flower. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So I have few things to share. Is that okay? Can I go ahead?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you. Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Namine. Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Desasarine. Hare Krishna. I'm extremely grateful to Purnachandra Prabhu for giving this great opportunity to glorify His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj. And I'm also taking blessings of all the seniors in this call, where before I speak few words glorifying him. As Lord Krishna has unlimited qualities, and similarly, pure devotees like Bhakti Swami Maharaj has unlimited qualities. His qualities will be spoken for many years to come. His legacy will stand the test of time. So with that, I want to share a few things which really touch my heart. Maharaj, the way he really churned my heart with such amazing behavior. The first incident happened when I first traveled to Maharaj retreat in Florida in 2008. I was very excited. On that day, I remember that I reached along with Srivandavan Prabhu at 7 p.m. to the place where this whole retreat is happening. So when I was sitting there, I saw, I don't remember the Prabhu's name. I think it's Rupananda Prabhu, if not mistaken, from LA. He was speaking eloquently about Srila Prabhupada, like how Srila Prabhupada touched his life, and how Srila Prabhupada, is glorifying Prabhupada like anything. And I was really moved. And little did I know that my name is called next. And I just landed there, and I was just sitting, I was just enjoying it. Suddenly, I got very anxious and my legs and hands started shaking. I don't know how come my name came there, it was, and Maharaj called my name and said, Krishna Prasad, Prabhu, please come and share your realization about Srila Prabhupada. And when Maharaj called my name, I can't even utter a word. And I was in total confusion. But Maharaj very lovingly looked at me and he said, just look within. You'll see how Srila Prabhupada has impacted your life. He said, we are all your friends. Don't worry. Just share your heart. And he gave so much confidence. and then it's all history. I just started speaking for 15-20 minutes, and it went very well. The most important point is, this didn't stop that day. Srila Prabhupada's glorification happened for next 5 days continuously. Every evening, Maharaj emphasized this, that everyone have to speak about Srila Prabhupada, and it's really, really amazing. So this particular thing reminded me one thing, that how great personalities choose their appearance and disappearance. And His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj left on the same day on the disappearance of Sanatan Goswami. And when you look at Sanatan Goswami's life, he is so much surrendered to Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is one picture which is very, very dear to me, where you see that Sanatan Goswami, with a blade of grass on his mouth, he paid obeisances and surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if you have to keep in mind, Sanatan Goswami is well educated. He had a lot of riches. He has followers and is so eloquent writer, and he has all the wonderful qualities. But he was so humble in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the same lines, Bhakti Charu Maharaj is so well educated. His mannerism, you cannot even imagine. And he had so many followers, and he's the king. You have to really come to India to see that. In spite of all that, he is so humble, and he's always available. So this incident touched my heart. And second incident is the same retreat. The next day, Maharaj invited me and Srivandan Prabhu to dine with him in the quarters where Maharaj was residing at that time. This is like, this for me it's really amazing, in the sense it's like a beggar getting $1 million, a lottery ticket or something like that. So I was very elated, and next day, and that night, I was not even able to sleep, and I had the opportunity to go and meet Maharaj, and Maharaj made me to sit just next to him. I can't even believe, sitting with Maharaj next to him on the same table. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then now they served a pizza for dinner on that day. And knowing Maharaj, whatever Maharaj serves, or it'll be unbelievable. At this point of time, they got one of Maharaj's disciples who went to Italy to get trained in making pizza, and he made pizzas, and Maharaj made the servants to serve pizza. The thing is that I was constantly nervous, because I'm just sitting to Maharaj. Even though I love pizza, I was just shaking, and when Maharaj was not looking at me, I was just eating it. It just kept on going. But however, Srivandan Prabhu, other devotee, were really relishing pizza. It's like how in the spiritual world they say, right, when Mother Yashoda gives milk to Krishna, it constantly flowing, and Mother Yashoda is serving, and Krishna was accepting it. This whole rasa was going on, like they're serving pizza, and Srinath Prabhu, other devotees were having it continuously going. And Maharaj, with so much love, personally was taking care of that. At some point, it all ended, and the pizza got over, actually. And now it's the turn of Mataji's come and eat. At that point of time, there is no more pizza left. It's truly, Mataji's was a little bit upset. I can see that from the faces, because the pizza was so yummy and good. But here, Maharaj, like he said, he apologized and said, I'm very, very sorry this has happened. And he said, please give me 30 minutes. He personally went and he made some pasta and noodles and gave to Nityananda Mataji and Shamalila. So this really, really touched our hearts. And Shamalila said she can never forget this particular incident, how Maharaj just went out of his way. It's not even needed, but he personally cooked for them, and he served them so wonderfully well. And it shows his mood of how compassionate he is, and it's something just unbelievable, like just don't imagine him as Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Imagine him as the guru of the world, and he's doing that. It just touched our heart. Even today, she fondly remembers this incident. She was even telling 2 days back this incident to one of our friends in Pune. And other incident I want to share, this time we went to Mayapur to attend the leadership meeting. We are just participants. There's a great desire to see a lot of Srila Prabhupada disciples at one place. And they just happened in the month of February or March. I think it's 2013 or 14. I don't remember the exact year. At the point of time, I took my parents and my in-laws as well to Mayapur. Shamlila narrated this particular thing to me. They are just walking towards the Lotus building. At the point of time, Maharaj came with like army of his devotees, and there are also few Srila Prabhupada disciples were there. As soon as Maharaj saw Shamlila, she was with their parents, Maharaj immediately stopped. He said, how are you doing? When did you come here? I'm so happy you came to Mayapur. Everything is comfortable? Do you need any help? And then he lovingly glanced, even looking at Shamlila's like parents. And the parents don't even understand English, but this gesture of Maharaj moved their hearts so much. And whether they remembered Mayapur or not, but they remembered this act of Maharaj. And this particular thing even motivated my mother-in-law to chant the holy name of Krishna for some time. Maharaj showed just imagine the situation, right? Like we are nobody, but Maharaj made us somebody in front of everybody. That something is unbelievable. And especially is with his god brothers, with army of people. But Maharaj just did that particular thing. That's unbelievable. And one other thing which struck the chord, where how Janava, like you all said, how Maharaj was carrying Janava on his laps. And in that particular same thought, what happened is Janava was 3 years old at the time when Maharaj was giving class at Towako temple. So Maharaj finished his class and he was rushing to give class to New York. At the point of time, we were all paying obeisances, and Jana was 3 years old, and Jana was just staring at Maharaj. She was not putting the head on the feet of Maharaj. I forcefully pushed her head and made her to place on the feet of Maharaj. And Maharaj got upset with me, and immediately he caught hold of my neck. He forcefully made me to do dandavats. He said, Krishna Karan Prabhu, how do you feel? How do you feel? You're not supposed to do like that. So even though like Maharaj, this particular thing, when I just think about it right now, it also makes me to feel that Maharaj is teaching in a way that nobody should ever be forced. Everybody should be given opportunity where they voluntarily surrender. And Maharaj taught me with a very good example. I can never forget this one. And one more incident with Arjuna. Maharaj came to New Jersey for Ocean of Mercy book launch. And Maharaj was giving a prior class and fortunately attended the class. And this time it's opportunity for Shamalila to attend. And I had the chance to take care of Arjuna. I was visually upset, but however, I did that job. So as soon as the class is over, now Maharaj was about to do the book launch. I immediately rushed with Arjuna and came to our Radha Shyam Sundar's temple, NJ. And I'm very excited seeing Maharaj. In just few seconds, Arjuna slipped away from my hand and I can't see him anywhere. I was looking at him everywhere. There are lots of people, more than 400-500 people. I was looking hither and there, and finally I saw Arjuna was next to Maharaj and Arjuna was pulling the dhoti of Maharaj. Oh my goodness, I was thought what he is doing. And he pulled Maharaj dhoti like a couple of times, and I'm trying to pull Arjuna, but he's not coming. And then Maharaj suddenly stopped everything. He looked at Arjuna. I said, hello, sir. How are you? How can I help you? And Arjuna said something, which does not make any sense. He's 3 years old boy. And Maharaj gave him some flower and he just went away. But once again, Even though Maharaj is a sannyasi, but he is better than any gruhastha. He knows how to deal with children so amazingly well. Uh, this is just one example which I'm sharing, even though I'm just one person in thousands on thousands of people Maharaj touched their life. They have many more stories to tell. So these are the incidents. And when coming to some personal instructions, which I heard through asking him questions and 1-2 meetings, I want to share a couple of them, if you don't mind. Do you have for 4-5 minutes, Prabhuji? Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu, sure.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So I always have this doubt. Some people say it takes 3 lifetimes to go back to Godhead. Someone says 5 lifetimes to go back to Godhead. I asked this question to Maharaj. Maharaj, actually, how many lifetimes it will take back to go to Godhead? And Maharaj said, this Kali Yuga has ocean of falls, but one great quality, whoever worships Lord Krishna can attain the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And then he said that it takes only 1 lifetime to go back to Godhead, and you have the birthright to ask Srila Prabhupada and pray in front of Radha Shyam Sundar every day that I want to go back to Godhead, and they'll definitely do it. This is something like I never heard it before. It really touched, that I was always thinking it takes so many lifetimes, but Bhakti Maharaj made it so simple. And he said it just takes 1 lifetime, and you have to see the conviction on his face when he delivered this message. It was really, really empowering. And the next time I was asking Maharaj that I was not able to I was not able to read Srila Prabhupada books. I'm really, with my travel to New York and other responsibilities, I hardly able to finish my chanting. And please guide me. Maharaj emphasized so strongly how Srila Prabhupada slept only few hours, and he spent all his life translating Prabhupada books. And he made one more statement which remained so deep in my heart. He said, if I have the power to change anything, I'll say more than chanting 16 rounds, I'll say reading Srila Prabhupada books takes precedence. This again shows Maharaj's love for Srila Prabhupada. And he really, really touched the chord, and he said how important to read Srila Prabhupada books. And the last instruction I got from Maharaj, but I'm feeling really miserable that not follow that, is normally whenever Maharaj, Maharaj always says in many lectures, and even correct me wrong, Purnachandra Prabhu, is you're in America, you earn good money, and whenever you feel comfortable, go back to India. He told many times that particular thing. And this particular time, I was really keen to move back to India because of parents, and also and mainly I thought, I experienced a lot of things during my childhood. At least I want to give the same thing to my children. So I thought it would be knowing Maharaj, he might say the same thing, that it's a good thing to go back to India. I confidently took Shamalila, and I took permission, to speak to Maharaj for a few minutes. At this point of time, Maharaj heard my whole story. Then finally, I thought he'll say, okay, it's a great idea to go back to India. But in this case, he said, no, you better stay in America and you serve Radha Shyam Sundar and Srila Prabhupada. If not, there's an opportunity for you to come to D-Land as well. So it was very different instruction which I received. It just happened like a year and a half ago. And I remember very fondly what Maharaj said. So I spoke a lot, and I'm extremely, extremely grateful for the opportunity. And Maharaj is ocean of mercy. And as I mentioned, like in these few incidents, how Maharaj impacted my life, my children's life, Shamalila's life, and he has he has done that to thousands and thousands of people. Every day in Pune, there are more than hundreds of programs were happening where they're constantly, singing bhajans and kirtans for Maharaj, and they're chanting Narsimha Kavacha, and they constantly, it was happening day in and day out. And it really shows that how Maharaj has touched everyone's heart. And I really pray to all senior devotees and everyone here that I follow this personal examples which Maharaj has showed in my life, and I continue that to be part of this great journey. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Krishna Karuna Prabhu. Thank you for joining from India and reviving our memories of 2008. That was the first retreat which Maharaj started in the US. And yes, as you rightly said, glorification of Srila Prabhupada was the key part of most of the retreats. Guru Maharaj actually made us to think about Srila Prabhupada and come up with our feelings and experiences and share with all. So all those retreats, all of us were coming forward, and at least 10 minutes we were talking about Srila Prabhupada, and that was really a wonderful experience. So thank you for reminding that again, and thank you again, both of you. Janwa, if you don't mind, please send the poem to us.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
And today is the last devotee who will be sharing is Radha Prempara Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji. And, sorry to keep you waiting. So you're patiently waiting. Thank you.
Okay. It's always nice to hear Guru Maharaj glorification from all the devotees. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Charu Swami Namine Snigdha Cheta Supraneta Vagnimam Charasaplutam Prabhupada Gata Prana Nami Bhakti Charu Padam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisheshunyavadi Pashchita Deshitarni Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gauravakar Vancha Kalpataru Vrashya Kapasindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namah. First of all, I want to thank you, give my thanks to Madhupati Prabhuji and Dekinandan Prabhuji and all the caring and wonderful devotees of our ICNJ congregation. I feel very fortunate to be part of this congregation. And I just want to briefly share this, that, first time when I went to Marathi Vishwa Center, I saw the warmth and regards in the devotees there, the way they were singing, dancing together, and the togetherness in them there. And since then I started, developing that attraction towards more towards ISKCON, because in Rajasthan where I come, there was no ISKCON temple then. So I developed a lot of affection since then towards our temple congregation. And I really thank Krishna for providing me such lovely devotees around myself. Please forgive me for any offense while speaking. I'm not qualified, and I do not have the courage of speaking also. But I felt I should glorify Guru Maharaj, especially he is here today. So Guru Maharaj, please forgive me for whatever offense I'm doing or I have done. After hearing the news of Maharaj's departure, Dekinandan Prabhuji and Gundicha Mataji also called, and same morning. And then I could not even contain my emotions, and I busted out on the phone with Mataji. Mataji and Prabhuji were also very distressed and very disturbed to hear the news, and I'm very sorry, Dekinandan Prabhuji, that I gave you that I made you more distressful in the time when you were already sad in the emotions. I'm very sorry to disturb you more. I also want to express my gratitude to Mataji's and Prabhuji and Mataji and Prabhuji, that despite being shattered, they called me, they consoled me also, and that was a very big support. That's a very big support, because in these times, that's how our devotees are our families. I felt that. I also want to thank all the devotees' support and help during this time of distress to provide their shoulder and to grieve on. And also many devotees helped with prasadam. On the way back from Florida, Amal Gopika Mataji called and she insisted on making prasadam. Despite of her hand being injured, still she insisted, even after refusing, she insisted. Arjun Gopi Mataji, Jyoti Kirti Mataji, Mohan Moni Mataji, everybody were so caring. And Chakori Mataji especially, she called and she told me, Mataji, you should not stay alone. And this time, my Prabhuji will come. He's coming to pick you and kids. Please come stay with us. You will feel better. I mean, I have not seen this anywhere. It's only happens in very, very close family. And this is our close family. Also, I want to thank Chakuri Mataji and Satyapriya Mataji, because they bought prasadam right away after I came from Florida. And many other Matajis, all the Matajis, Sudevi Mataji, Prem Sarovar Mataji, all the Matajis. I also want to share that when Maharaj was hospitalized, I told Prem Sarovar Mataji to pray for Maharaj. And she then texted me that, Mataji, I went in the backyard and I bought tulsi leaves and offered Jagannath, and Maharaj will recover. So everybody prayed for Maharaj, and we are very thankful to everybody. I want to share some very sweet memories that I have with Maharaj. I was connected with Maharaj's Vani first time, and that was around 17 years back in 1997. So my mother's sister, she's also my god sister, and she would glorify Guru Maharaj every time she would come. And in those times, I was preparing for civil service exams. And she also informed Maharaj that I am preparing for civil service exam, and Maharaj felt very, very nice. So she insisted me to write to Maharaj and take his blessings. But I was very hesitant about it, and I thought that I don't know Maharaj, I haven't seen, I haven't talked to him ever. How can I write? But just continuously hearing his glorification from her every day about his sweet voice, about how cultured Maharaj is, I just got inspired. And then one day I wrote a letter to Maharaj, and I simply wrote about my preparation that I was doing, and she also explained me the etiquettes to write the letter. I mentioned that in the letter. And then after that, I didn't think about it at all. So in 15 days, around in 15 days of time, I received a letter, and at the back of the letter, I saw Guru Maharaj's name, and I was like shocked to see that. I quickly opened the letter, and in that Maharaj addressed me by my childhood name, because that was informed to him. And then very nicely he had written that I'm very glad you are preparing for civil service exam, and I pray to Krishna to give you the best. And that really shocked me. I was so surprised that such a exalted personality is writing to me. I'm such an insignificant person. He doesn't even know me. He doesn't know what kind of person I am, and he's still writing to me. That just touched my heart, and I just developed a desire to see him in person. So as time passed by, and then I moved to US, and that was around in 2009 that with Punchan Prabhu and Prempada Mataji, I got an opportunity to go to New Vrindavan, where Guru Maharaj was also there. And they informed Maharaj that I want to have darshan. So Maharaj called me inside, where Maharaj was staying in those quarters in New Vrindavan in that time. So we went there and he called me inside, and I, after going inside, again Maharaj addressed me with the same name. I was a little embarrassed also, because everybody was not aware of that name, and that's kind of a child name now, childish name. But then Maharaj was just thinking, and he said, "So you were preparing for a civil service exam?" And I was just like, shocked and surprised to see Maharaj's memory. I didn't know about all this about Maharaj at all at this time, that Maharaj has such nice memory or all that. And why would Maharaj remember that, about me? So that thing just struck in my head. I was just so happy and so excited about it, that Maharaj remembers me. And then Maharaj asked me, where are you staying, and how are you liking America? And in such a sweet voice, he talked to me. So his care and his love and compassion that he exhibited on that one meeting, that really left a deep impact, about, and a very different impression. Otherwise, in India, where we see sannyasis, and we never see that kind of behavior from any sannyasi. So that left a very deep impact in my heart. Maharaj's voice is really very, very sweet. It's like honey. He has like innumerable qualities, and anybody doesn't have, any one person doesn't possesses. I don't think any one person can possess all those qualities that Guru Maharaj has. And when Guru Maharaj, also I want to mention that when Guru Maharaj honors prasadam, like one time he was honoring prasadam, so he pays very minute details. He inquires about who cooked what. He pays attention on small little things that's really not expected from such a big exalted person. I also remember once in Prempada Mataji's house, I just want to thank Punjan Prabhu and Prempada Mataji for keeping the doors of their house always open whenever Maharaj was there, and providing us such easy access to Maharaj. And just because of them, we could serve Maharaj. I could really have darshan of Maharaj whenever Maharaj came. So one time, while we were cooking in Prempada Mataji's house, when Maharaj also joined. Maharaj wanted to cook, so all the Matajis were there, Anandini Radhika Mataji and Mamtamai Mataji, Prempada Mataji, everyone was there. So Maharaj was chopping, and other Matajis were helping Maharaj. So Aparajita was washing spinach near the sink, and Maharaj was cutting some other vegetable. But Maharaj is so attentive that who's doing what, that he immediately asked Aparajita, and he said, "Do you know how to wash?" And she said, "Yes, Maharaj, in deep water." So then Maharaj asked, "Okay, so how will you wash in deep water?" And then she explained the whole process, like, dirt settles down, and I will wash it 3 times, and then Maharaj was satisfied. So Maharaj is so attentive what's going around him. His mind is like working. It's like multitasking. That's how his brain is. Not just focus on what he's doing. He's just the epitome of perfection and a master of all trades. One more time in New York, in Priya Krishna Prabhu's house, Maharaj was, Ishani was there, and Maharaj told her to pick some sweet of her choice, and Mataji made very delicious Bengali sweets. So Ishani picked sandesh, And then Maharaj asked her that if she wants some more. So she nodded, she just nodded yes. And then Guru Maharaj said, which one you want? So she just pointed out towards the fridge. And then Guru Maharaj took out the box, and there were 2 pieces. So she picked one. And then Guru Maharaj asked, you want more? And then she nodded yes. And then and another one. So like this, there were only 2 pieces, and she picked both of them. And then Maharaj said, you are happy? And she nodded yes. She's very shy, and she as a when she was child, she never used to talk to anybody, always clinging to me. But Maharaj's sweet voice and his love and compassion towards her just naturally made her converse with Maharaj. That's really amazing in Maharaj, that he can make anybody talk. I think even a dumb person a person who doesn't know how to speak, who cannot speak, will also talk when Maharaj starts speaking. That's how Guru Maharaj is. Amazing, Maharaj. You are amazing. It's said in the scriptures that Guru takes us to Krishna. And I'm thinking that if Guru is such a genius and a charismatic personality, then I don't know how Krishna would be like. I also want to say that while taking Guru Maharaj darshan in Florida, his face was so effulgent, it was glowing, it was so radiant. The glow that I had seen in his face that time, I've never seen that before. And that look that Maharaj had, I think that gave me little strength. After that, I got little strength to understand the reality that Maharaj's Vani is there still with us. It's very difficult now to take that, but I'm trying, and it's Maharaj, that last darshan is helping me lots in doing that. But I'm just regretting that I took it all very easy. I should have been very, very serious, and I'm really coaxing myself now for that today. Guru Maharaj, you were ocean of knowledge, and I didn't take advantage of that. I didn't take it all. I also want to mention that during the Brooklyn temple issue, Maharaj united the whole congregation there. Between the time when the temple was closed by previous authority and the time when temple was taken over by GBC, Maharaj immediately invited all the congregation members first time after that to Tompkins Square Park. And current temple president Hansrupa Prabhu ji and senior Vaishnavas and Guru Maharaj was there. And Guru Maharaj was trying to pacify the devotees who had anxiety about how they would take Radha Govind Dev Ji's darshan now. So I remember it was a very hot sunny day, and Maharaj stood there like for more than 2 hours. Maharaj was there, or maybe 3 hours, and he was talking to all the devotees. And after that, he also inquired if prasadam was there. And when he found prasadam is there, he announced to all the devotees that please take prasadam and go. There was very nice prasadam, juice was there, water was there. It is so difficult like to take in a park to New York, but everything was managed so well. That's just amazing. Even sometimes in temples we see, these things are not very well organized, but everything was very well organized there. In one of the meetings that Maharaj was continuously organizing when all this was happening, Maharaj again addressed all the congregation members, and he discussed to them, informed them about their forthcoming temple president, about the GBC structure. I also remember Samprita Mataji, she made a very nice dinner prasadam she bought there. So Maharaj just didn't stop just to go to Brooklyn and temple and do there what he had to, but he also took care of the devotees of the congregation there who were not able to go to the temple, but Maharaj was providing them to pacify, to calm them, their anxiety. So he was so considerate. He was such a brave soldier of Prabhupada that he took care of all the fronts. He was such a general. He was a lion, bold lion. And he made this Brooklyn temple such an amazing temple now. And even anybody can go in. They have nice Govinda. Everything is happening. They have Bhagavatam classes in the morning. So he completely transformed the whole temple now. Because it is close to my workplace. I go sometimes and I see completely different environment now there. So Guru Maharaj did he performed all Prabhupada's work. Prabhupada's, whatever Prabhupada wanted, he fulfilled all Prabhupada's mission. But he left us in grief and sorrow now, leaving his projects, and hopefully we all as ISKCON family are able to fulfill his projects. That is the biggest instruction we all have to follow, because he was just not our Guru Maharaj. He was a ISKCON leader, and we are all ISKCON family. One incident I remember, when Guru Maharaj was visiting Tobacco Temple, and Guru Maharaj was also there, and I wanted Guru Maharaj to do Ishani Samskar. So I requested Guru Maharaj to perform her Annaprasan ceremony, and he agreed. So while the devotees were preparing for the ceremony, they placed Bhagavad Gita on one side, and they placed Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam on one side, and on the other side they put some coins and some few coins. So then Guru Maharaj said, get some more shiny and sparkling objects. Maya is very enticing. You need to lure the child. So when I put Ishani in between the spiritual texts and the Lakshmi, since she could not crawl because she was small, she was not of the right age to have that Anprasan, but because Guru Maharaj was there, I wanted Guru Maharaj, I have to have it from Guru Maharaj's hand, so I did little early. So she was just lying on, she was just stable, sitting, lying just on the floor. And then instead of crawling, like she was looking at both the ends, and she was looking more towards the coins. So then Guru Maharaj said, he first lifted her, and then he helped her to crawl a little bit, move a little bit towards Bhagavad Gita. And then he said, my job is to guide you here. So her head fell on Bhagavad Gita, and her hands went on the Lakshmi. And then Maharaj gave her such nice blessing. First he burst out in laughter, and then he gave her such nice blessing. He said, since your head landed on Bhagavad Gita and your hand landed on the coins, I'll bless you, and you may get the best of both the worlds. Guru Maharaj, you can only give such blessings. You can only give such blessings. I'm not a deserving person at all, Guru Maharaj, but please share your mercy on me. Maharaj has left a vacuum behind here, but we have such nice devotees, ICNJ congregation, who's supporting so much here. On these calls, we are able to express ourselves and connect more. when we heard about Guru Maharaj being infected with COVID, that was the last thing I could ever think for Guru Maharaj. I was very, very shocked, very sad, couldn't resist. And then I spoke to Savitri Mataji. She was already lamenting, she was already crying. All those days, I told her all those days I had faith that Guru Maharaj will recover. With all the elevated senior Vaishnavas praying, nothing will happen to Guru Maharaj. But Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada desired something else. I don't know what will happen without Guru Maharaj. Right now we have these calls, these glorification calls where we hear, so the time goes by, but after that, how this vacuum will be filled, what will happen, so much anxiety is also going on. I'm trying to follow Maharaj, your instructions, trying to imbibe them, and I'm just praying, Guru Maharaj, please, please have mercy and please guide me. And all the senior Vaishnavas here on the call, please bless me and guide me. And I humbly ask for your blessings. I do feel Maharaj's presence strongly now, more now. After coming from Florida, I do feel little strong that Maharaj is still here. I talk to Maharaj sometimes in front of Maharaj's picture. I don't know if I'm doing right or wrong, but I'm trying to think that Maharaj is here. And Maharaj, today on the call, we have these update calls. So today they informed us that Maharaj is flying back to India. So the Maharaj was on the way to New York, and I'm very stupid, I'm very dumb, but I just want to share. I just felt that breeze, in the breeze, Maharaj is here, Maharaj's presence is here. And today Maharaj is here in New York, and tomorrow Maharaj will depart from New York, which is so nice, so good news that finally Maharaj will go to Mayapur, his place of destination where he wanted to, and his samadhi will be made. So I really request all the devotees to pray for very safe and journey of Maharaj throughout until the samadhi takes place. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you for sharing your heart, especially remembering about the Brooklyn Temple and how not only on management and legal front Maharaj was fighting, but also he was so caring about the devotees and congregation, because there, as you rightly said, a lot of devotees in the congregation were shocked, as well as they were completely shattered that time, then what to do, because we as a devotees, we are usually attached to deities, and they were attached to Radha Govind Dev Ji, and they were not able to go to temple, so it was like an end of their devotion, end of their life. That is what they were thinking. But then Maharaj actually did many meetings, as well as some big programs, like the program in a picnic in a Tompkins Square Park, where he brought everybody together, and then everybody danced, chanted together. So he created that atmosphere. Not only that, that time he did an Agar Sankirtan also, which was not happening in Brooklyn or New York area at that time. So he did that. So thank you for reminding. So as Mataji also mentioned that Maharaj is in area, Maharaj is in the breeze. So as we discussed earlier, and with permission of Madhubati Prabhu, so should we, Madhubati Prabhu, you want to add anything? Should we chant directly or anything specific you want to do?
Nothing. Thank you very much to everybody for nicely sharing their hearts and expressing their love for Maharaj, and I'm sure Maharaj is around hearing it. It's in that same mood as Radha Prempada Mataji mentioned. Yes, we can chant together, pray together, so that, Maharaj's onward journey to Shida Mahapur is safe. So, yeah, we can do one round of japa together. And then, is it all right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we'll do together the Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Devotees can unmute, because it's nice that, when you unmute and you chant together, it's like, it's just like you're sitting in a temple and there's a whole vibration going on. It's better.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. You can unmute and share your video. You'll get a feeling of together. You're chanting. Okay.
Jai Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Bhaktam
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna